Welcome to Lenda Murray fan page. Today I am talking about a topic that comes from you. Each week I will post a topic or a question that comes directly from you. This first question comes from someone I have something in common with. It comes from Tom Drake of Kalamazoo, Michigan. I went to Western Michigan University. I graduated. I was there for 4 years. And so I was in Kalamazoo, Michigan for quite some time. And of course, I'm from Detroit, Michigan. So this question comes from Tom. Tom's question was in regards to assessments. And he asked, how do I assess physiques? Or when I work with a client, what do I do when I work with a client? Well, there are 3 things that are very important and key in working with a client. The first thing you want to know about that client is their health history. You want to know if that person has diabetes, if they have arthritis, hypertension, high blood pressure, low blood pressure. You want to know their history before you start working with them. Secondly, I'm very interested in their exercise history. If they weight train, and if so, how do they weight train? I want to know specifics as far as most of us sometimes focus on one body part. Like men, you usually love chest and biceps, and women, we love our legs, love training legs. So I want to know a complete history as far as your exercise history, including cardio activity, if you just do cardio or if you incorporate weight training. And thirdly, and what I find to be very key and most important, is nutrition. I want to know what you know about nutrition, what your day looks like when you eat, and what you consider a diet to be if you've ever been on a diet before. So those 3 things are key. And, when this question came up, Tom, I thought to myself that this was a perfect opportunity to talk about assessments, because for me, I've been in this business for over 30 years. And the one thing I do know is I can look at a person's physique and make assessments as far as some of the issues that may be going on. Of course, if a client comes up to me and they're overweight, usually it's eating, no question about it. I know a lot of times people say, oh, I eat really healthy, I don't eat that much, I eat like a bird, that type of thing. Well, that's part of the physical, but because I'm in the industry as far as physiques and people wanting to be on stage, I've had many years of experience at looking at a physique and assessing some things that person can possibly do or what they need to do to improve their physique. Now, I feel that everybody should weight train. Weight training is important. Weight training, sometimes people get it confused and they'll say, let's say an average person will come up and say, well, I don't want to be a bodybuilder. Well, if you weight train your entire body, and if you train your body in a way where you break up body parts, you split body parts up. One day you do legs, one day you do chest, one day you do back, one day you do biceps and triceps, and you do that consistently, you are somewhat a bodybuilder. Now, I'm not going to say you're not a competitive bodybuilder, but you're participating in weight training in a way to change the physique. There's a lot of ways to use weight. Some people use it to be better at a sport. Okay, that's performance enhancing. We're talking about today enhancing the body. So I'm going to take this opportunity to talk to several of the competitors out there, people who aspire to compete. And a story for me actually starts back to my cheerleading days when I was in Kalamazoo. And my goal and desire was to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. I was a cheerleader for 4 years in high school, 4 years in college, and I was a professional cheerleader with the USFL, the Michigan Panthers, for 2 years. And then I went on, tried out for the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, actually made the 45, the cut of 45, and then they would cut 9 additional competitor women. the coach told me that if I wanted to make that final 36, I had to lose some weight. Now understand, I was in great shape, but looking at my physique and assessing my physique, the fact is that I had an athletic physique. When I started, before I started bodybuilding, I was an athlete. So when you saw me, I had shoulders. You could see my biceps. You couldn't see my triceps. I had a six-pack, and you could look at my thighs and tell that I was a sprinter. So basically what she was saying is that I need to lose some of the muscle or lose the weight that I have to have a softer look. Now, basically what she was saying is that I need to look, she wanted me to look like what the bikini competitors look like today. And I'm having this conversation because so often I see women that decide they want, let's say if they're a female bodybuilder and now they have the new division physique and they decide they want to transfer over to physique. And that's possible, definitely. We've had some that were very successful at that. But I see too often women who want to be bodybuilders, for example, and their physique is one that they should weight train. However, their physique is not the perfect physique for bodybuilding. They have a blocky waist. They're not what I call the X. Shoulders at the top, small waist, and then the thighs. They're more straight in the waistline. Of course, they can compete. However, their discipline, probably the best thing for them would probably have been powerlifting or weightlifting, but not competitive bodybuilding. And that's where we run into a lot of issues because we see women on stage that don't have that structure, and it just doesn't come off as pleasing. I did not have the structure at the time to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. I had the physique at that time of a figure competitor. So that was too much for Dallas Cowboy. So what did I do? I had to give that dream up. I had to let that go. So I'm saying this to all competitors out there, men, women, assess your physique, get a personal trainer, get someone to work with you so that you can put yourself in the best possible situation where you can be a success on stage. Everybody's not made to be a bikini competitor. Everybody's not made to be a figure competitor or a bodybuilder. But we are all set up to weight train, and you have to know how to weight train a certain way to maximize and emphasize your physique. So if you do have a blocky waist, you want to be careful. Certain exercises that you do, heavy squats might emphasize and widen your waist. So that's important. And I get so tired of, it's really hard to see the long faces and women say, I don't understand why she beat me because she's got cellulite on her butt and my butt. Yes, you gotta go, you're in great shape, and yes, maybe you didn't have cellulite on your butt. But if you're trying to compete in figure or you're competing in bikini and the girl with the cellulite on her butt has more pizzazz and jazz and she walks with style and that's figure, that's bikini, that's what they do. You have to have that walk, you have to have that presence. So if you don't have it, but you got a bad body, awesome to you. But please don't set yourself up for failure. So I want to thank Tom Drake for his question. And I hope I answered it a little bit there. And if you guys want a personal assessment of your physique and some direction on what you need to do to be your best, you can contact me at spiffbox.com/Lenda Murray. And Spiff is SPIFF box, BOX.com/Lenda Murray, LendaMurray. And you can also email me, Ms. Olympia8 at msn.com, or check me out on my page. All right, guys, good luck.